Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a cold, but I'm trying to speak up a bit so that you can understand me well. Today's topic is caring. So you may be very cheerful today, very optimistic, and also feel very energetic, wanting to look after everybody, working hard and a lot, communicating a lot, and maybe you feel like you're inexhaustible, like you're full of energy, so full steam forward. But the guides like to remind us that we can only care for others if we're looking well after ourselves. Apart from the fact that being responsible for ourselves and taking care of ourselves is always a great example for others. And yeah, they just say again, self-love is a big theme in the collective, which helps us a lot if we are advancing in that point. So yeah, maybe you like to make this a point. Okay, so still very cold outside, snowing, so yeah, I'm well covered in a layer of wool above all of these leotard that I'm wearing. Just make always sure that you are warm and that everything is that you can feel everything and it's not floating around you, because you really need to feel the muscles working. Yeah, and of course take off your socks if you notice you are sliding. Safety's first. So little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, and then you think like a fountain out of your head. Continuously only think, because otherwise you may be creating tension either in your hips or in your glutes, lower back, and we don't need that. So, ribs together, navel towards your spine, relax your knees and elbows, and we're good to go. Or to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms, working our way around the arms. So lengthening here. I've got my arms very loosely hanging by my sides. This is a little too wide, okay? Always make sure that if you need to make adjustments, lengthen, that you do that, okay? So you start with your palms in the front, shoulder blades parallel, ribs together, and then no tension, yeah? So it's loosely hanging by your sides, little fingers towards your thumbs, everything's long, ribs together, and just relax. And one more time, little fingers towards your thumbs, lengthening, energy through your head, and release. Palms to the back, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening, and releasing. And one more time, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening, ribs together, navel towards the spine, everything's long, and release. Okay, just do that one more time. Always make sure that you follow your own intuition. So if you feel like you want to do this one more time, or you don't want to do this at all, it's a kind of set exercise, because so many of you have been complaining about this. So that's really the most effective way to lengthen the muscles in the arms, which is a good thing, especially when we get older. And also at the same time, of course, reaffirming the upper arms. And release. Okay, so same muscle coordination, we're now going to the end of the mat, lengthening everything. Just having everything relax relaxing here. And of course, whenever you need to bend your knees, you do that, and you can take some books, yoga blocks, a chair, whatever you need, right? So from here, breathing in, on the out breath, lengthening, and release. Breathing in, and lengthening, and turn. Breathing in, and lengthening, and just relax and let the blood flow back, not over the hair. Okay, so we're now repeating this with an upper body turn, so we need to lengthen everything, and we will be looking at our middle finger and drawing a kind of circle with the arm, following it with our eyes and therefore with our body. Okay, so same position, breathing in and lengthening, and then now I'm looking at my middle finger and lengthening. Make sure that you're not overtaking your eyes with your arm or the other way around. Yeah, and it's not necessary that you get as far as I do. It's just navel lengthening. It's just important that you really lengthen before you turn, because a lot of damage is done to our body by turning without lengthening. We can do that when we're young, but apart from a certain age, that's a no. Okay, so next up is the stability exercise, and I like to remind you, the guides have made this a kind of set exercise because it helps us in the lower back, hips, to have a little bit more space and to be stronger, so we are more stable, creating more stability, and as all is one, we also create the stability in our lives. So, it made a difference in my life and many people I know, so let's get to it. Okay, so for today, it's the same thing, it's parallel then with the exercise before. So if you've been somewhere here, yeah, not being able to lengthen your back totally because it's not that stretch, no problem. You know, you do whatever you can. And the guides say, this is the first possibility that you can, you know, wherever you are, do. At least bend one leg and then change. I wish I went a little faster than I should be doing it, because I need to do a little or a slightly different version myself because of my contraction still remaining something. So other side, lengthen here, and releasing, and energy coming back. Okay, so then afterwards you can try to repeat or to lengthen the leg even more. Make sure that you visualize the lines and that you feel if that makes a difference, if there is more space, more room, that you can actually lengthen a little bit more. Now, second version for me is dynamic, so I'm lengthening and I'm lengthening here. Not too far, not as a stretching exercise. Still, that's not the time. Not the time of the year, and also not the time for my body as it looks or may seem. Lengthening. So we always change when we feel it does not make any more difference. Of course, now here for me it's slightly different with this version. Yeah, you just try to lengthen everything in alignment as much as you can. Trying not to turn out, so I've got one more with each leg, they tell me. Okay, I should feel something here. Okay, so if you notice there is something where you need to do something again or feel a little bit more intense. That was a little fast actually, but I was told to do it this way. Yeah, so to feel something, it may take a little moment, like a second, which I did not even have, yeah? But it actually gave me the result I needed. Okay, so just relax your back. Maybe you want to stretch your back out or the body out, lengthen a bit more, letting go, shaking, very good, Chinese medicine. If there is anything that feels weird, yeah, also with your clothing, correct it, or with your hairstyle, or well, in my case, with the microphone. Just relax. Okay. Feel if there is any tension, anything weird, anything unusual, pain. Maybe if you feel pain at some point, then do a little massage. Yeah. Okay, so my favorite massage one is elbows closed, grab your thighs, head down, navel in, and just relaxing a bit. Okay, good. So what do we have now? Starting with bridges, okay. Very unusual anyway. I don't know if the mic captures everything. I'll just see if I can put it somewhere here. Okay, so we've got the little toes in line with the little fingers, and then you think your center line, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line, making sure your knees are in alignment and you're not closing them or something in between, right? So from your sit bones to your head, you think lengthening up, and yes, it's about lengthening your thighs and also lengthening here. So it's like the energy is coming out of your knees and, as we always have a fountain going on, out of your head. So relaxing vertebra by vertebra, lowering down. So one more time, lengthening, thinking of a diagonal line, energy out of your knees, so you should feel a stretch in your upper thighs. Only if you're really, really stretched, you won't feel anything. Navel in and relaxed. And lower. Okay. So now we've got certain leg movements which you should please only do when you have a very stable bridge, so nothing is moving here. Okay? If you notice any movement, if you're not sure, you can put your hands here on your hip bones, then stop. Yeah? Okay, so lengthening the front, the back, energy through your heel, nose, stress through your toes, and the front, and bend, and lower, always vertebra by vertebra. Okay, other leg. And as the variations are building upon each other, you can always go back to the previous one. Okay, so just see what you can do. Energy continuously moves out of your knees and out of your head, lengthening. Now starting, as I said, and long and then flex. Now from here, you just lengthen until you reach the other side, the height of the other side, bending in and lowering. Okay, breathing in and coming up and lengthening, slight flex and lowering. Now bending in and release. And time. Coming up. Up we go. And slight flex. Now, first of all, lengthening the upper body and the leg to lower. And now you need to lengthen even more, especially through your upper body, to come up with your leg. And lower. Okay, breathing in. And coming up. Lengthening the leg. Slight flex. And lengthen to lower until you reach the other side. Now, lengthening, coming up again. And bend. And lower. Okay, good. Just take your knees in and just relax your back, whatever you need. Maybe you also need to stretch. You feel like you want to stretch your upper back. So then lengthen, sit bone head, very important to have a long neck and navel in coming up. And you can always push with your head a little against your hands to lengthen even more. Okay? Good. And yes, as we know me, my back always wants this. It just loves this. Okay, so what's next? Okay, rolling on the balls of your feet, okay? I have no idea if I need to take my socks off, maybe in between. Let's see. So we've got a plank position, or you can also do that on the underarms, which I will demonstrate first. If you like, try both and see what is more challenging, and then decide for what's more challenging. So we've got the little fingers in line with the elbows and the little toes, and then we're here and we're not trying to make a short and hold, we're lengthening. So now 3 times rolling on the balls of your feet, and then you lengthen one leg and you keep rolling and lengthen and lengthen. Yeah, and I will stop here. So I notice the tension here. So let's see. Not to give that muscle too much challenge so it can tense again. So the same works in the plank position. By the way, if you take a break and then you want to start again, you don't have to do the preparation 3 times rolling back. You can immediately start with one leg up. And the thing is, the energy goes through the fountain and a little bit through one heel. And that's how you maintain that position. So it's about how much energy do you need in which direction. I can tell you that most energy needs to go through your upper body, not through your leg. So here's the plank position, same exercise, lengthening. Yeah, making myself long, not holding. Holding is this. See? Lengthening. It makes me shorter. So now it's one leg. Oh yeah. Much better for me because it gives me less stress. Oh yeah, much less stress. Okay, so if you feel you want a little bit more, yes, what you can do is lengthening the leg and then opening a little bit to the side and coming back. Important is to not do it like this, but to think of a part of a circle, a part of a circle. That helps you lengthen the upper body, and that's what makes all the difference. Because that's how the muscle coordination maintains itself. So it's lengthening, open, back, and lengthen, open, back, and lengthen, open, back, and lengthen, open, back. Yeah? Lengthen. Okay. And of course, I do have my elbows relaxed. It may not look that way, but I do. Okay. Straight away backward balance. Right. Okay, here we go. Same thing, you've got the legs together and you can do it either on your underarms or you can do it in the plank position with your arms here, okay? You can also bend your legs, and the most important thing here, I really hope you can see it, is not that you get your butt off the floor. The important thing is little fingers in line with your elbows, nothing like this, right? Very important. That you lengthen without here, so it's sit butt head, and if the energy goes through your head, your elbow, your shoulders are relaxed. Okay, so here we go, and relax. One more time, and up, and release. I always like to do 3, so one more, and release. Okay, so here we go. Or here, yes, and my advice is always try both, yeah, whatever works for you, because this can be really interesting. Don't let it open, yes? Elbows backwards, in line, okay. Oh, that feels weird. Why does it feel weird? Okay, now it's right, okay. Yeah, now it feels less weird. Your body indicates you when you want a certain alignment, when you are out of alignment, because that feels weird. And sometimes it takes more than like one adjustment to fix, meaning your body needs to grow over some months. But it will, and it will be able to do it. One more time, lengthen, still I'm relaxed here. Also, you can do little push-ups here if you like. Yeah, and those push-ups are relax, bending is relaxing, and then sit bones head coming up. Nothing else. Okay. If you like to lengthen one leg and lengthen to come down, well, if you want to lift your legs, it's lengthening and lengthening. Same principle than what we had with the leg opening, and it's lengthening your upper body. Okay, so you are here in this position, up, and then you lengthen one leg, and you lengthen even more. Okay, and up, and lengthen, and lengthen. And one more time, coming up, lengthen, lengthen, and yes, I'm saying that, but mostly, as before, it's the energy coming through your upper body, not so much through your leg, okay? Right, so relaxing again. And then very curious, okay, what's next? Sideways push-ups, okay. Right, so a little bit of strength in here. Shoulders in line with your hips and heels, and then you raise your upper shoulder blade. You can put something underneath here if you like, or here, a cushion or a little blanket. And then put your hand here to make sure that your elbow points into that direction, okay? So you're not coming up like this, taking your strength together, but coming out of everything, lengthening energy through your head, and continuing the circle leads you either to come up or not. And if you can't get up, you will feel the strength it requires to lengthen your upper body. It does require quite a bit of strength. And as soon as you then can get up, you will notice it does not require so much more strength. That the most of the strength requires the lengthening of your upper body. Okay? So I'll do one more. Lengthening and releasing. Okay, after that I always like to lengthen the entire body. By the way, if your legs come up, you think them diagonally into the floor, okay? Now they're supposed to come up either here, yeah, and then you lengthen like this, or I've got my arms right in front, lengthening so that there's no tension in my shoulders, and lengthening, really lengthening, and lengthening through the head, right? Okay, now here's a little test for the muscle coordination. So that's describing a circle, and describing a circle, and you can bend your legs when you do that, when you try it at first. At first it may not work, but you know, you keep going, and at some point, it's mind over matter, it will work, okay? So, other side. Shoulders in line with your hips and your heels, embracing the upper shoulder blade, placing your hand here, elbow in that direction, and lengthening. Yeah, and of course you can put something underneath and underneath, yeah? So sit bones, fountain through your head, and then you may, as you may notice, this is the side where I find it so much easier. And that's also really important. If it's so much easier, resist the temptation to go much faster. Try to really go slowly and see where you can strengthen yourself even more. And of course, you may want to do like one more on your weaker side, if you can, yes, or go even slower, whatever you feel is more beneficial for you. But that's really what it's about. We will never have equal sides. Front, back, and also both the sides, that's how it is. That's how we're built. So it's important to accept that, but to always see how can you improve and how can you help your body, okay? So either here to lengthen or here, and relax, and relax. Okay, so it's all nice and relaxed. Lengthen, and I'm now describing the circle. Going very slowly, lengthen, and relaxing the back. Yeah, when my contractions were really severe, it was great to see that it took me a long time to get up. It was really, really slow, but I could really notice how there was a battle going on between the tension saying no, and at the same time, my mind sending all the information and the rest of the muscles saying yes, of course. And it was interesting how the contraction always pulled back, but in the end, it worked. And that's something that we're doing here to help you, not only if you have something like that, it's to prevent accidents, it's to keep you healthy, it's a reprogramming of your body. And that's what it's about. Okay, so what else do we have? I know they want one more exercise, so what is it? Scissors, again, I don't know why we do so much of that, but that's it. So, okay, when you are new, yes, don't worry, you can do it. It's lying on your back and you get your legs up wherever they are, sit bones, heels, that's what we need. And then you open your legs equally, wherever they are, here maybe, and close them. And it's not like this, like the scissors would go. You've got like flexible scissors which could go lengthening more, yes? And of course, the fountain. If you can do a candle position, and I have to be very careful because I'm sliding with my hands, then you go from here and you open your legs, and it's much faster for the leg going towards your head and for the other one and coming back. Yeah, if you are lying on your back, it's the other way around. It's the leg that goes back, that's easier. Okay, so really try to lengthen as much as you can, not pushing, but letting go. Wow, I just noticed the difference. Okay, lengthening. When I was trying to push a little bit, the contraction said no. Let's see if that happens again. And when I was thinking, okay, I just sent the energy, it was releasing. So, it's the back leg. Just letting the energy flow through. Yeah, made all the difference. Okay, slowly coming back and releasing. If your head comes up, that's natural. Don't try to force it down, never. Yeah, just let it go. Let it come up, whatever it needs. Yeah, and the guides say we're done, so you just do anything that you need to feel good, to feel ready, to feel fine. And of course, as always, thank you very, very much for participating in today's class. And if you didn't subscribe so far, please consider it. Also, if you like to have a weekly energy update from the guides, you find that on YouTube, Hike About It, and the daily doses on Instagram at Hackedance. So please hang around, be a part of this community of healthy, happy people, because we need you for this new world. Lots of love, and I'll see you for the next workout.